What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We out here with another Tom Macdonald reaction. This time we checking out a song called Dummies. It's very interesting. He's standing around what looks like mannequins, right? And all mannequins, for the most part, well, these mannequins, they look very much the same, right? So I'm guessing it's around some of that same thing where everybody's acting the same or something like that, but it's titled Dummies, so everybody's acting stupid or whatnot and always acting the same. I don't know. But anyways, let's let Tom Macdonald explain it. Let's go ahead, shut up and turn it up.
I love the earth, but I don't really want to save it. Everything is sexist, homophobic, or it's racist. When life gives us lemons, we're supposed to want to change it, but my generation rather take some pills than escape it.
Ooh, okay. He said he hates the earth, right? But everybody wants, he hates the earth, everybody wants to save it. Everything that you say, pretty much somebody's going to find like a fault in everything you say. You know, it's kind of hard to speak about anything these days without stepping on somebody's toes. And then he pretty much going more into how people don't actually really deal with their issues. Instead, they kind of just bury them. Okay.
When life gives us lemons, we're supposed to want to change it, but my generation rather take some pills than escape it.
And when life gives you lemons, you know what I mean? So basically when you get knocked down, people, instead of getting all the way back up, they get midway and then keep cruising. And then every time they get knocked down, they get knocked down a notch and a notch and a notch. Before you know it, you just at an all-time low.
Say that I'm transphobic if you wanna, but one day I'll be a father, and I really hope my son don't grow up to be my daughter. I ain't trying to hurt your feelings, skin should be a little thicker. That's the problem, being honest got them triggered. The kids.
My goodness, man. My goodness. Okay, let's go, Tanner. He said, you being honest. You know, a lot of people say that they want honesty and everything, right? But can you really handle it? Can you really handle somebody being just directly honest with you and then just taking that honesty and then just pushing it away without being super triggered?
They're getting weaker because they're sheltered by society. Pumpkin spice Ativan for seasonal anxiety. Wokeness has become a way to bully non-violently and cancel everyone without improving on the life we live.
Oh no, hold on. He said, what he say about somebody being canceled?
Wokeness has become a way to bully non-violently.
Wokeness has become a way to bullet non-violently. Sitting here like you ain't woke, you ain't woke. You know what I mean? And kind of hide behind, you know, the support that you would get to kind of gas you up and everything. Like you say some like really woke stuff, and then it sounds logical and everything you saying and everything, and you standing on your high horse and you feeling like you like the righteous person, everybody gassing you up, and then the other person's like being overwhelmed by all the support that you getting and everything for being quote unquote woke. Okay, it's a bully, you know what I mean? Like yeah, I get it. I'm more knowledgeable than you, so therefore you don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. That type of stuff.
And cancel everyone without improving on the life we live. Without the white, there's no black. Without the straight, there's no gay. Without the men, there's no women. Without the night, there's no day. Without the idiots, we couldn't laugh at them when they fall. So maybe we need them after all.
Light and dark. Hey, I like that. I like that, right? It's almost like, you know, how do you know what day is without night? I mean, he pretty much said everything. I don't think that really needs any type of breakdown.
The idiots, we couldn't laugh at them when they fall. So maybe we need them after all. Ain't nobody dumber than y'all. Ain't nobody dumber than y'all. I guess you love to be wrong, or you don't have the guts of the balls. Dum 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 diddy dum 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 diddy dum. I love the earth.
Hey, it's crazy, right? Because he said dumb, and I'm sitting here thinking about those dumb suckers that are bald. I think he said also in his chorus that, you know, people are afraid to be wrong. You shouldn't be afraid to be wrong. You should always want to learn, right? There's like a little quote or something that says something about like, you know, a wise man seeks to be wrong. You know what I mean? Because then you can learn something instead of always being right. Okay.
I love the earth, but I don't really want to save it. Everyone's obsessed with making stupid people famous. If a white boy raps, then it's called appropriation. But Beyonce does her hair blonde and people say she slayed it.
Amen. It definitely does. It's kind of like the same thing what he was saying about the black and the white and stuff like that. It definitely does work both ways. It definitely does, man.
If a white boy raps, then it's called appropriation. But Beyonce does her hair blonde and people say she slayed it.
But I'm not really too sure about the the comparison, right? Because black people can and grow blonde hair like naturally. So as far as that, like contributing to like, because obviously he said appropriation, you're white, you shouldn't be rapping. Well, not shouldn't be. You're appropriating black culture, but also if a black woman dyes her, I guess it's the fact that she dyed her hair blonde, right? Then it's not cultural appropriation. I get it. Okay.
Everybody's outraged, everybody's mad. Our solutions to the issues don't make no sense. The stairs are the problem, we build wheelchair ramps. We don't cancel feet or persecute the people with legs.
Hold on. Oh my goodness. He said the stairs are the problem, but we build wheelchair. Yo, basically saying you ain't trying to put the work in to get up them stairs. You trying to find an easy way through, right? That ain't solving nobody's problem. You ain't putting
sense. The stairs are the problem, we build wheelchair ramps. We don't cancel feet or persecute the people with legs. Okay. The feminists who started the movement would be ashamed of so many things. They fought so you can vote, I'll show your butthole on OnlyFans. I'm not a bad person because you don't like what I say. Call me homophobic just because I think straight. I love people.
Homophobic just because I think straight. I often think about, the feminist movement and everything and what it stood for versus what it's changed into. And I'm pretty sure on both sides, I don't even know. I feel like there's like two sides of like feminism, right? You got the pure feminists and everything, who are fighting for like equal rights and equal opportunities in all areas, and then I believe you have the other feminist group that because me and my wife talk about this all the time, that target more towards the destruction of a male masculinity. You know what I mean? And honestly, as I'm raising my son and everything, I'm going to teach him to be emotional because it's a very powerful emotion that you don't want to lose. And the lack of emotion, right? And I think the lack of emotion in men is because of the masculinity that is being destroyed in young boys and everything. So what he just said, not what he just said, but on the topic of feminism. Yeah, like I said, me and my wife, we talk about that all the time about past feminists and what would they think of today's feminists? Would they be with them? Because, times change, things change, definitions change. It's just the way of the world. Would they change right along with them, or would they be sitting looking at the current today feminists with just a bunch of shame?
Not a bad person because you don't like what I say. Call me homophobic just because I think straight. I love people even though we disagree. I wish we could get Wi-Fi signals from a tree. Then everyone would plant them and we'd probably save the planet for free. Too bad we only need them to breathe.
That's true.
So I like that, man. You gotta like people that you disagree with, man. It's nothing wrong with that. Like, I disagree with so many people, but you're a person first. You're a human first. I'm always going to treat you the same way I would want you to treat me, regardless of your of the way that you live your life, regardless of your sexual orientation. Honestly, some of that stuff ain't none of my business. As long as you a good person by good means, you know what I'm saying, then you ain't got no problem with me. Just chill, bro. Just relax. Let's talk about something, man. Let's talk about, I don't know. Let's talk about cars or something like that. I don't know, man. Just leave all the other stuff away. You live your life. I'm going to live my life. Right. And then we're going to come together and we'll find some common knowledge, common grounds that ain't got nothing to do with any of this stuff. That's really just my business and my business alone, So I also like to think that if that is a sort of a business that you like to share and put out there, then obviously, as with all choices, there's going to be consequences. Sometimes it's going to be positive. Sometimes it's going to be negative. But if you're going to put your stuff out, your business out there, you got to be prepared to take both sides and not just one.
Ain't nobody dumber than y'all. Ain't nobody dumber than y'all. I guess you love to be wrong, or you don't have the guts of the balls. Dum 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 diddy dum 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 diddy dum. I love the earth, but I don't really want to save it. Classifying people by their sex and race degrades them, but we still say straight white males are the worst of our population. Guess the labels are okay if they're Caucasian. Our kids are living.
Some of this stuff I'm going to be out of touch with. I try to, for the most part, not be involved in any type of drama, but I still like to be in the know. I don't want to be like completely ignorant. But what he just said is new to me.
the earth, but I don't really want to save it. Classifying people by their sex and race degrades
Not this
it, but
part.
we still say straight white males are the worst of our population. Guess
this
the
part.
labels are okay if they're Caucasian.
Straight white males are the see. I didn't know that. That's new to me.
Our kids are living in their rooms. I swear we barely ever see them. Go outside sometime. There's fresh air you could be breathing. Put your phones down. Play sports. Do something illegal. Go and meet your families. They're probably nice people.
Hey, you see, do something illegal, bro. It's funny that he say that because when I was growing up, my dad, right, I didn't have a cell phone until 17. I didn't have a cell phone until 17. Granted, I was born in 1990, so the only people who were able to have cell phones and stuff like that were the same people who were able to afford cable in their houses, right? Because back then it definitely was a luxury. But neither me, my sister, my brothers, we definitely went outside, got into all kinds of trouble, man. Just out there being kids, doing a bunch of dumb stuff, man. And you grow a lot from that type of stuff. But it's funny that he said do something illegal. I do not recommend you do something illegal. I do not recommend that, but I feel like it's like one of them things that just happens when you're a child. You don't know any better. You just out there just having fun. And if having fun just happens to be something illegal, then it's just another experience you learn from. Do something illegal.
Put your phones down, play sports, do something illegal. Go and meet your families, they're probably nice people. These days you're a Nazi if you don't hate the police. They say that white folks think all Asian people are Chinese. I'm sorry, what kind of white people you mean? English, Scottish, German, Swedish, or Greek? And Black Lives Matter was problematic. It excludes anyone without the pigment, it's automatic. I understand all the reasons it happened, but including all humans is the actual answer.
Was that including all Lives Matter, right, group? And so there's I understand what he's saying. So it's interesting what he says. So Black Lives Matter, right? The whole entire Black Lives Matter was the fact that, and you know, people who will say all lives matter as a counter is that they say all lives matter can't mean all lives matter. It can't be all lives matter if Black lives don't matter. So I say Black Lives Matter. The whole purpose of Black Lives Matter was that there was a bunch of lives, right? And they're saying that Black lives mean the least, right? So people who say all lives matter, they're saying, well, that's not possible because Black lives are not mattering as much as all lives are. You know what I mean? So people say Black Lives Matter. Generally, that's my understanding of it, right? But the answer, so he is right. All lives do matter and all lives should matter, right? But I think the issue is when people counter all lives matter to Black Lives Matter, it's kind of like, well, and I think that most of the people who say all lives matter don't understand what people are trying to say when they say Black Lives Matter, right? And of course, everybody's got their arguments, you know, one side, other side. It just goes back to what I said earlier, man. Just treat humans the way that you would like to be treated. And I hope that that's in a good way, you know, and a lot of this will kind of dissipate. You know, I have no issues with any other type of races. And even if I did, I'd be the one to just turn, you know, I wouldn't hold any grudge towards you or anything like that. And I've had my trouble, you know, and systematic stuff and everything. I've had my trouble, but ultimately, man, I feel like I've made some good decisions in life and everything. I am where I am today because of the decisions I make. And I think when it all boils down to it, you know, there are definitely times that like absolutely suck and everything. But you do have the power to kind of pull yourself out of your situation. You know what I mean? No matter how grim stuff is looking. Okay. You definitely do. But that was interesting what he said. You know, the all lives matter. It is the answer, but it's not something you want to say to somebody who's saying Black Lives Matter because it just sounds like you're spitting in their face. You know what I mean? So regardless of how you feel, I always try to understand both sides before I take a stand anywhere. And if I can't find a common ground between both sides, then I kind of stay neutral and just kind of listen until I'm able to make a decision. So interesting that he said that.
Including all humans is the actual answer.
So in fact, he said including. He didn't say all lives matter. He said including all lives, including the lives is the actual answer, right? So if all lives were included, right, then the Black Lives Matter movement probably wouldn't have felt the need to even start that movement. But the issue is that they felt as though they were not included. So therefore, they're saying, hey, why aren't we included? Black Lives Matter as well. So it's a good answer, Tom.
Ain't nobody dumber than y'all. Ain't nobody dumber than y'all. Guess you love to be wrong, or you don't have the guts of the balls. Dum 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 diddy dum 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 diddy dum dum.
And it's pretty cool, you know, the type of he stepped out of like right. Oh, wait a minute, where's that? Like right here. You know, we know that he kind of, you know, we all kind of see snapshots of stuff where he does his videos in front of a wall, and he does a pretty good job. Him and his girlfriend, right? I don't think he's engaged to her yet. Oh, where's he engaged? I can't remember. Girlfriend or fiance, Nova Rockefeller. You know, they do their stuff in front of the wall. We've seen it all the time. And it looked like they done graduated and moved to the hallway. This is some really good decoration, y'all. It's just them two. Like, right? We need to put some more respect on the video work. They do a very, very good job with this type of stuff. So, all right, y'all, that's the end of this video. Tom Macdonald giving us some more stuff to talk about. And one thing I like about Tom Macdonald is that he encourages conversation, right? And I think that's what people need to do, is just sit down and have a conversation and try to understand each other instead of trying to attack other people just because of differences of opinions. You know, it's better to understand people than it is to just hate everything that they say without trying to understand it or at least trying to, you know, remove the hate, right? Understand why you hate this person. So understand why do you hate them? You know, figure that out instead of saying I hate you and then leaving, you know, and going to other people that gasses you up, right? Because ain't nothing happening over there, right? You preaching to the choir. You ain't making any type of change or nothing. You just kind of talking with the same people who are saying the same stuff you are. You know what I mean? If somebody thinks differently, try to understand why they think differently. And I don't know. I don't know. You guys know what I'm saying. Anyways, like I said, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.